I've reverted back to StreamYard. Because Facebook obviously feel that they control the world and have decided that poor Suzanne couldn't talk to me today. She couldn't come out to play, and she was trying her best. And I even went live on her page. And thanks for everyone who sent me messages, because people were saying, you just need to get her to do this. You just need to get her to do that. But basically, it was asking me all the questions about, can Suzanne join? Yes, authorise. Didn't happen. And I've even just gone live on Suzanne's page to do exactly the same thing, and it came back with exactly the same thing saying can't do. So StreamYard means that I can't actually see who's on here, so it's great because you can be on here and nobody knows you're on. But if somebody could just put a comment on there, it doesn't show your name, if somebody could just put a comment on there to say that they can hear us, that would be amazing. In fact, I can look on my phone down here and just sort of see if I'm live on my page.
I think you are. I got a notification saying Esther Marie's live. I thought, I know that. I'm live with that.
And is my camera, can you actually hear me?
Oh, I'll log on our computer quickly. Yeah, you are.
Oh, that horrible voice, the horrible Dawson. So we're going to whisk through this really quick, but we thought we'd do it properly because Suzanne. So the idea is, Suzanne and I have worked in our own individual industries. Suzanne is a human chemist, which I was like so excited about, because those of you who know me, can you see my little Suzanne was dead excited when she saw me doing this. She was like, oh, you really delved deep. This is your skin, by the way. So just in case you think I thought I'd got a hairy chin. So, you know, when I teach and train people, clients, on giving them the knowledge of working things out for themselves, it's not just about what products you should buy. It's about telling you what skin type you have, how your skin works, therefore why this particular product, brand, or what have you is going to work or not going to work for you. And you're exactly the same, aren't you? Because it's too easy to go and buy a bouquet to lose weight, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And I get so many people come to me and say, you know, you're a metabolic health coach, you know how the metabolism works. What should I eat for weight loss? And honestly, there is not a single diet out there that works for everybody. And even the main diets that you think, yeah, I found the one that works for me, it's probably not all working for you. Just about enough of it's working to get you part way to where you want to get to. It is so different. Everybody's different. You know, everyone's got different reactions within their body that makes it react to different foods in different ways. And even twins, so you even have twins coming along and they have different food things that they need, just because of the circumstances to their life change the way their body works. And just like what worked for me at 20 doesn't work for me now, what worked for them at the age of 5 doesn't work for them now. It just, because we've got different exposure to different things through our life, has made us very unique. You are a unique person and your body needs a unique diet for you.
So for me, like, I'll get a bride come and see me, or bride to be, who wants her wedding makeup done, and I really insist that people bring pictures of what they want to look like, and in the nicest possible way. They're blonde, slim, and got short hair, and they bring these pictures of a brunette with the hair scraped back, who's got a tan that's 4 times darker than their own skin colour. Much fuller lips, much fuller cheeks, and they say, I want to look like that. And it's like a miracle. You can't do it. And the beauty industry, fashion industry, lots of industries have given this perception that you can do anything that you want, but the truth is you can't, can you? You can't just follow a book and lose weight, can you?
No, you absolutely can't. I mean, there are loads of people that have done a lot of research into diets and what works, and that research is still ongoing. But a lot of the old research that we, you know, have our standard diet advice from, you look at it now and you think that wouldn't pass now as standard weight advice. It was done completely using some very strange principles, and yet we're all told these things now. Even now in schools, my kids are in school learning diet advice about what you should eat to keep your figure well, or to keep healthy, and it's all based on this advice that was done in the 1950s on, you know, paid for by certain food manufacturers. And you think it's not science. I don't know why it's being taught as science in schools.
Well, it's interesting actually. My friend Tracy, she came round for a cup of coffee 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind me telling you this. She literally has been in A&E last week in
Ah,
chronic pain, stomach pain, and I've got to be honest. I mean, you know that I've got my own allergies and irritations and my own food beliefs, which is obviously I'm a vegan diet now. But she's been in agony. She has other health issues as well, which compact the situation, but she's now started to go down the route of looking at food intolerances. And I've been
right.
preaching to her for a long time, and I know she wouldn't mind me saying it. Have a look at the foods that you eat, because your state of body, the foods that you eat, can make a massive difference. So guess what? The doctor sent her to a nutritionist, and she went to this NHS nutritionist, and she knew more than the NHS nutritionist, which basically
Ah,
preached protein, carbs, 3 meals a day, and just, you know, try and lose half a stone or whatever. And that's the dietitian advice on the NHS, which is just insane, isn't it?
yeah, that is, it's not telling you the how, is it? You know, every doctor who's ever told a patient you just need to lose weight, where's the how? There's no
Yeah,
how, is there,
yeah,
with that? And I think most people who come to see me are doing all of the things they believe to be right because they're told they're the right thing to
yeah,
do. You know, eat
yeah,
less, move more is the
yeah.
standard thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Everyone's tried that.
I'm
You know,
sure.
being told by a doctor to eat less, move more doesn't help you if you've tried that and it hasn't worked.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things, isn't there? I mean, there's like what to eat for you, what makeup to apply for you, what foundation shade for you to apply. There's so many things that when we've spoken are so similar.
Yeah.
It's the knowledge of what is right for you that no one ever tells you.
Hmm.
And when you buy a product, when you buy a book, or when you think I'm going to just not count, I'm going to count calories, it's the knowledge of what the individual food or what that particular product does that makes a difference. So we literally, through working together, and I did your amazing course last year, which is, you know, I wanted to get you on here because I want to tell everybody about it and how I felt about it as well. But I wrote down 5 things and you wrote down 5 things, which we didn't know which the 5 things were going to be. And obviously I've shared it on a live, which all went a bit wrong earlier because I couldn't get you on here. And I'm going to do it again because it's just nice to get your feedback and my feedback too. But one of the things that I would give you as far as my top tips are to look and feel fantastic is to not follow trends. The biggest thing that's out there is marketing, and companies do need to make money. I get that completely. But who is right and wrong to say this is a jumper that I should be wearing at the moment or I shouldn't be wearing at the moment? A lot of people say I have my own unique style, and that's classed as confidence. It's actually seen as a really good thing to have your own personal style. It could be that you wear bows in your hair, or it could be that you have tattoos or whatever it is. But having your own unique style in what you choose on the outside, which is the things you can control, which is your hairstyle, your makeup, your fragrance you wear, your shoes, your clothes, having your own unique style, your car you buy, is 100% really flattering because it shows you've got confidence, and confidence is actually one of the sort of 5 pillars of being beautiful, and feeling good about yourself as well. Do you find that a lot of people are persuaded in the food world about what to buy because it's marketing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, any supermarket you go into, the traffic light system on
Mm,
the foods that isn't necessarily as useful as you think. You get the green light for this food, you think it's low fat, or it's promoted as a diet version of something. People often steer to those foods. Also, you speak to a person who's on a diet and you think, oh, I'll try that. Or you go to I don't know, a sales evening where it's about products and you think, well, I'll try that. But
mhm.
they're selling it because they want it to be sold rather than because it's right for you. You
Yeah.
know, every supermarket is trying to sell you a low fat bag of crisps. I mean, crisps is not a health food. No matter how low fat it is, it's never going to be
What
necessarily
about
right for everybody, is it?
what about baked crisps? Because they sell those as being healthy, don't they? Because they're
Yeah,
baked
I mean, for
and
some people they're
fried.
fine, and for some people they're not. I mean, how do you know just from a packet on a shelf whether they're right for you or not?
Well, that's where you're different, because basically what you do is you say to people that someone can eat. I mean, the thing that I absolutely love that you the thunderbolt that I heard last year that you said, that I was like, my ears pricked up, and I said, and anyone who's seen us talk before or knows how much I love your stuff, I always come back to this one thing. I literally remember a light bulb moment going on, and you literally was doing a talk and you said you can eat chocolate and lose weight. I literally just went, what? Hang on, I need to know about this. So why is it that we're told chocolate's so bad?
I think chocolate falls in the category of confectionery, and within that range of food there's a lot of different types of foods. You know, your pack of fruit pastels isn't the same as your Cadbury fruit and nut, and it's not the same as your crunchy bar or your packet of Mentos. And that, if you do research on sweets, including all of that, then yes, you're going to find the average person won't not be able to lose weight by eating those things. But actually, when people come through my program, as you found, you can find a very standard chocolate bar in your local shop that will suit you. I've had very few people come through our program that haven't found a chocolate bar that is absolutely fine. But it's about how you eat it. You know, there's a very big difference between having chocolate on its own, having a chocolate in the form of a Kit Kat Chunky or a fruit and nut bar. They are all different. So it's about knowing which one you can go for, really.
So I'm sitting here and I've not been through your course, and I'd be thinking to myself, well, the first thing is it's obviously the calories on the back of the packet, the size of the bar, those are the things, but without giving like too much away, because it's actually really quite a complicated thing I learned, and I wouldn't be able to explain it right. It has absolutely nothing to do with the calories.
It's not nothing to do with the calories, but the calories are not the thing you need to focus on when you're choosing a food.
So most people would go to a food shop and turn the bar of chocolate over that look the same size, and they go, that one's 400 calories and that one's 800 calories. I'll take that one because it's 400 calories. What you're saying is that's completely the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, there are plenty of people that would buy the 400 calorie bar and that would scupper their entire day. That would literally be the thing in that day that would be the problem for them. So it might not be just choosing the lower calorie one that's right for them.
Which I was blown away by. And I think what you've done, being a human chemist and bringing, you never set out obviously to create diets for people. That wasn't your mission. Your mission was to make people healthy, and feel good within themselves and get their whole chemistry of their body working properly. But obviously the thing that drives people to feeling good and looking good is the sense of their body working properly, but looking in the mirror and loving what you see. And I know for certain I've put 1.5 stone on, and for me it was my mission, which is why I did your course, which is why I'm walking now. And the biggest thing that I did when I did your course was, although it was only 8 weeks long, the impact that you get the initial impact, which was the energy levels, but for me it's spun off into the rest of my life in different ways. Like now I'm going dancing lessons, I'm committing to going for a walk every day, and it's very similar to when I do the makeup bag revamps and sorting out people's makeup bags. They go home and they declutter their wardrobe and they sort out their medicine cabinet, and it's really amazing, isn't it, the difference what you can do?
Yeah, definitely. And one thing I've done in response to, I did the course obviously in October, November last year as a bit of a trial run of this as a group program. One of the feedbacks I had was people wanted support for longer so they can carry on their new habits and ask questions and things. So I'm actually going to give 4 months support this time round, just so people can really cement their habits, get constant feedback from me throughout those 4 months. If they've got questions at 3.5 months, they can still ask the question and go, am I still on track? Am I still doing it right?
Implementing, isn't it? Because basically anybody can go on a course, read a book on how to do it. We all go and buy the tablets of vitamin B12 because we know that's what we need to be taking to do blah. We all buy the bottle of vitamin D tablets. How many people do they sit in the cupboard and never use? It's buying it and learning it is actually not the skill, the key. It's implementing it is the massive thing. And that's what I find, a lot of hand holding, that people could quite easily buy a lot of cosmetic products out there, but then they go, but how do I use it? When do I use it? Why do I use it? And that makes a big difference as far as things are concerned. That's why when I started my membership, that was what really hit me, was because having somebody with me for a whole year, which initially seems like, oh God, that seems a very long time. The seasons change, that, you know, we can only learn so much. I learned when I ran my course, people don't want like hour-long videos. People want 15-minute top tips on how to do things, like 15 minutes to work out what mascara you use, 15 minutes to work out your foundation shade. All that type of thing was quite different. But I'm not here to talk about my membership. I want to talk about you. But
well, having done your skincare solutions program last year, I'm sure people want to know more about your membership program, because I have to say it was really, really good, and I learned a lot about my skin that I didn't know before.
Yeah, well, we've spoken about it a lot, because obviously we've decided that there's a link between the two of us, which if you stay at the end, we'll let you know what it is. But my top tips, so let's get on to the nitty gritty. So my top tips, I'll do one, then you do one, and we'll just jump around. Don't follow trends. I've already said that. I've
said that one. Yes.
I've done this video once live already. I can't remember. Second one, don't be persuaded by the 3 for 2 offers. The 3 for 2 offers there are what are called, I can't remember the exact word when I worked in the marketing world, but the 3 for 2 offers are a way of attracting new clients and existing clients, be it Boots, I was going to say House of Fraser then, but bless it, they've gone, Sainsbury's, Superdrug, to a shoe shop. Your 3 for 2s are designed to pull you into the shop. They are there for the benefit of the retailer, not sometimes for the benefit of the customer. And when I sort out people's wardrobes, makeup bags, skincare bags, all that side of things, jewelry boxes, my world spins into a lot of things. It's the ones where they've got all the little extras of extra bits and pieces that then confuse the core range of products that really work for them. You only need a few things. So when you buy a 3 for 2, for example, let's talk about 3 for 2 for, say, a foundation. You've got a foundation, you absolutely love it, it's the best foundation you've got. Getting a 3 for 2 probably is the right thing to do. But that product, as soon as it's manufactured, has a time bomb on it, has a date ticking on it. So what I want you to do is, if you're thinking of buying a 3 for 2, I want you to flip the product over that you're thinking of buying and look at the sell-by date. Work out how long it takes you to use that foundation. So, for example, it might be 3 months, and the sell-by date might be 12 months. So if you're buying 3, that's fine. But if you're buying a product that most products do last longer than 6 months, most people I know have got a lipstick in their makeup bag, and I'd say on average that's been in there for 10 years, because you buy different colours. Buying 3 for 2, you've just wasted your money, because you're never going to use those other 2 products. So you're better off just using the one product, using it up, and because the product then doesn't go out of date, you don't get your allergies, your skin irritations, and the product's not dry and sore on your skin. That's probably delved into it a bit too much, but 3 for 2 offers in my world and in the food world are just not good, are they?
No, I think it does. If you look at the products they have 3 for 2s on, they're not usually the things that are healthy for you. When have you seen 3 for 2 on bananas? Ever? It just doesn't happen, does it? 3 for 2 on, I don't know, packets of crisps or cakes. You get that quite a lot, don't you? But not so much with the pots of raspberries.
The best one's got to be the meal deal. Well, it says it's a meal deal, so it's a cake, it's a packet of crisps, it's a sandwich and a drink. That's a meal, obviously, but in your world is a nightmare.
I have to say, I've done a lot of testing on myself in terms of my metabolic reactions. I'm a bit of a geek that way. I've been around many shops looking for meal deals that suit me, because I like the convenience of it. Don't get me wrong, I like to be able to go out shopping and just think, I'll pop into Boots and grab a meal deal, or Tesco, whatever. And I really thought I was being healthy until I actually started testing it, and I found very few options. They're all really not good, those meal deal options. Yeah, quite surprising, especially a lot of them are labelled as being better for you as well. There's usually a shelf on there that's a shakers section or a low fat section or something, and you think, oh, I'll choose from that, I'll be fine. No, they're mostly not. They're just designed to give you a bit of energy at lunchtime and then give you sleep for the afternoon.
I'm guessing you're going to say the good for you section is a place you shouldn't go.
It depends. Some shops are quite good at promoting their fruit and veg in that section. Others will find products that shouldn't be good for you and they've been twisted to get the green light on the traffic light system, but they're not actually good for you. In fact, one of my tips, I'm going to give you a tip now. Sweeteners is one of my tips on don't do. A lot of people switch to sweeteners because they are told that's lower calorie, lower sugar, and all the rest of it. Sweeteners, if you take them for the longer term, they change your gut bacteria. We're all told how important our gut health is. Gut health is really important for managing your weight. And if you eat sweeteners over the long term, your sweeteners will actually change the makeup of your gut bacteria for the worse. And now, a fun fact for you, and you won't like this, Esther, because I know your vegan views, but farmers actually give sucralose, a real popular sweetener, one of the biggest ones we have. They give that to their baby pigs to fatten them up quicker. It actually has that effect. If you give sucralose regularly to a pig, and they're very similar to humans in terms of their chemistry.
I'm getting my head around this because you mentioned it earlier on the other video when you couldn't come on live, and it's just suddenly dawned on me a different way of thinking about it. So you're saying somebody who takes sucralose to replace the sugar is actually used in another industry to fatten people up. If you're saying sucralose makes pigs fatter? Yes. And yet
it does the same to humans as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So we're using a product as a slimming product. Yeah. But it still has fattening, or if not worse, because of the trace of chemicals that it leaves in the body, it leaves your body in a worse position. So I know you're not going to say eat sugar, but actually, I think in some countries, if any of my friends in France and that are online, I've got a feeling in some countries it's actually banned.
I'm not sure about the different countries and what they have. I know there are some, I think with the science on sweeteners, there's research done into certain medical conditions that they produce. So certain countries will have banned a particular one because of particular research that's come out. But sweeteners overall, as a whole, the way they're used, they're put into foods that would otherwise be unhealthy to make them appear healthier. They're still as unhealthy as a product, and you end up with that gut bacteria effect as well, so they're doubly bad for you. So yeah, if you're just trying to eat, I'm going to use donut as an example. I don't know if you put sweeteners in donuts, but imagine you had a donut that's healthy because it's got sweeteners in. It still would be a donut, and it would be worse than a normal donut. So yeah, number one tip: don't eat sweeteners.
Yes, right, okay. So this is where, guys, Suzanne is completely different. She's not a textbook. She's not somebody trying to sell you a diet. She's somebody who basically goes, once it enters your mouth and it goes down there, it's doing something completely different. And me eating that bar of chocolate, and even if I had a twin Esther Marie sitting by the side of me, that bar of chocolate would do something completely different.
Oh, it would do. Yeah, it would do. I'm going to pop on to tip 2 because it factors in nicely. Imagine if you had your twin Esther Marie. We'll call her Marie Esther just to make it different. Say she's called Marie Esther, and she had antibiotics when she was 4 for a tonsillitis, and you had a different antibiotic when you were 11 because you had your appendix out. Though simply only that difference would have made enough difference to your gut that you'd need different foods from then on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So my
tip, what you do. I think you are a, what do they call them? Those people who change things. Not an ambassador. You know, when they break the mold of something. What is that word? I can't remember.
I don't know the
word. Not a transformer, it's a something or other, but you really do. You have been a massive amount of inspiration, and the fact that you now do your course, before it was only for your private clients that would get this information, which would cost many thousands of pounds, but now obviously you do this in a group scenario. By doing it, people have access to your course in a group session, so by doing it you can see. So the next thing is, for me, video tutorials on YouTube. So video tutorials on YouTube are basically all about fundamentally selling you a product. I never did video tutorials, even though I was told I should do them. It was because of my own confidence being on camera, not because I can't talk. It's because obviously most of you know I can't straighten my little fingers. So I have a slight disability. So for me, I always had a confidence issue to be filmed, whereas I felt like on stage that I could hide it. Now I've got over that, and sort of I'm wild now on videos and stuff. Is absolutely fine. But the person, going back to the twin thing, the person on the YouTube video doesn't look like you. She doesn't sound like you. She's got different hair to you. She's got different skin tones, complexion, age, chemical reaction to her skin, different pH skin. You go, the list is absolutely endless, but she tells you to buy this product and you buy it and you get it home and it doesn't quite do the same thing as you. And then what happens is people buy my services then and say, I've been buying these products, they just don't seem to work for me. I obviously just haven't mastered how to put them on. And I'm like thinking, it's probably because they're the wrong product as well. I can get things working to a certain place, but people make the mistake. So for you, when people are doing a lot of in the food world, when people are doing things as well, it's exactly the same, isn't it? If people do combinations of food, people's what do you call it? People's hormonal levels are different.
I just call it the metabolic reactions, really. We've all got different metabolism. We talk about having a fast or slow metabolism, but it's not just two. There's so many different combinations of the way your body processes food, because you've got different enzyme levels, different hormone levels. Your hormones talk to each other differently. So someone's got the menopause going on, their metabolic hormones talk to those hormones, and it messes up differently. So yeah, they've all got different metabolic reactions because of all of those factors.
So my top tip of something not to do is don't watch YouTube videos. Great. Unless you do it with an open mind of potentially that product may not do the same thing for you.
Yeah, and I know when I've looked at your workshops, actually, you're very much like, well, if you've got this eye shape, you wouldn't do this bit, you'd do that bit, because it's not a case of you can create this look. All of you can create this look, because nobody can all create that look, can you?
It's like somebody doing a video online about how to design a garden and say, okay, can I design a garden and this is what it's going to look like? And you take that drawing and you walk into your back garden and you look and you go, oh, well, my garden's a lot smaller and I've got a pond over there where I'm supposed to be putting a tree and I've got this over there. Someone's template of how to do something cannot transfer onto you as a human being, because we're all different in the way that we're made up. And that's the same, whether it's whatever it is, it's different. So we teach you the knowledge to know, therefore you can go out and make the decisions on what you need to do, which is the main thing. Is it your go or my go next?
I think it's my turn. I've only done two. I don't know how many you've done, but I've only got two tips off on my list. So I'm going to go now. And I'm going to say my next tip is about focusing on low-fat foods. Okay. Now, it sounds sensible to eat low-fat foods, but some people do it as a kind of a mantra, as I must eat low-fat food, it's the right way to go. And it is taught in schools, in fairness. But actually, most people who eat low-fat diets, what are they replacing it with? They're replacing it with a bit of protein, a lot of carbohydrates. They're probably not getting enough of the right fats to keep them healthy, so you end up with joint pains and things like that. But the biggest thing for me, because people are coming to me for weight loss, the thing I tell people is the less fat you eat, the more your body ramps up the production of all the other hormones that it has to deal with the carbohydrates. And then you end up with this situation where you can't lose the weight, even though you're not eating the fat, because your body's focused so much on the carbs. It creates this imbalance. So my advice is not to switch, not to just stick to low fat food. Have a variety of foods. Know what works for you, but just assuming that your body's going to respond well to low fat foods, it's not a standard advice that would work for everybody. Definitely not. And most of the trials that have been done, actually, look back at the scientific trials that were done, the foods they counted as high fat might have been a burger in a bun. Well, yes, it's a high fat food, but you've also got the bun, which is full of carbs. So to say that low fat food is right because the burger in the bun was bad, you can't make that correlation, can you?
No, definitely
there, haven't you? Ask me if your favourite food is good for you to lose weight. Yeah, bring on the questions. Absolutely, bring on the questions.
Yeah, the thing that I always find when people go out with a shopping list of doing things, it's the same in the beauty world. They see that marketing element of it, and it's as if they've forgotten everything, and they've not done it. I mean, there was a big thing, wasn't there, with the sort of fat and the sugar industries, where the sugar industry made out that the fat industry was a bad world, or was it the other way around? I can't remember
It's
where it
both.
was. And
Over
it's been
history, both have
proven.
done it to the other. So you'd be, you know, quite assuming you can't eat anything. If you follow all the headlines, you can't eat potatoes, eggs, dairy products, anything with grains in it. You're literally left with grass if you don't eat anything.
And that's exactly where my mum comes in, because my mum goes, well, we can't eat eggs, we can't eat potatoes, we're not supposed to eat this, we're supposed to be vegan now. And don't get me wrong, she's lovely with it, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind me saying it. And she says, well, basically, you just can't eat anything. But the fact is, it's because every single person's different, and you've got to find out what is right for them.
You really have.
There is no one diet is the same for everybody. You need to know your human chemistry, which is what you do, to find out if that particular food is right for you. And you need to speak to me to find out what foundation shade you need to wear based on your skin color, tone and texture. And it's that personalization that makes the difference, which is why I started my membership, because I was getting asked these questions all the time. And what I was going to do was really focus on doing this course this month, which was going to be about brows, this course next month, which is going to be about foundation. I got it all mapped up. I decided I was taking my business online with COVID or without COVID. I'd already decided when I was 52 years ago, this is what I was going to be doing. But I'm getting so many questions, like text, message, email. You don't sell mascara anymore, Esther, so what mascara should I go and buy? Or you don't sell foundation anymore, Esther, so what should I use now? Or you don't sell bronzer anymore, Esther, so what's a good brand should I go and buy? Or I can't use this anymore, what do you recommend? And those questions I can't answer by text message, because I need to know some more questions, which is, how much do you want to spend? What type of packaging do you want it to be in? Do you want it to be pearlized or matte? Do you want it to make your skin lighter or darker? What is it you want to achieve? Or tell me the look you want to achieve, and then I can tell you what to go and buy, because I can go and do my research. So from my membership point of view, I can answer those questions, because if someone's got that question, burning question, somebody else wants to know it as well. So with my membership, people ask me questions and everyone gets the answers. And it's a win-win, because they get the answers and I actually have an easier life.
Yeah. Are you going to make those videos and just save them in a place everyone can watch them whenever?
Yes. So every month there's a masterclass about what the members want, which is a masterclass on how to make your eyes look, how to remove the sagginess from your eyes. It could be how to correct a lip shape. So those masterclasses will be in the membership. People can buy them separately if they want, but if you're in the membership, you get them all for free. And then there's several experts that are going to come on during the year. So I know I've got you coming in, which you're going to be doing your thing, which is amazing. And then we've got scenarios where I've got people who are going to do about mindset. I've got an optician who's going to come in and talk about specialises in glasses, what shape to buy, what lenses to buy. I've got a friend of mine who's a shoe manufacturer. She's going to talk and tell you what shape of shoe is good for your feet and the biomechanics of it. There's so many people that I've known in the industry, buyers and manufacturers. They're all going to come in and give you the knowledge so you can go out and buy things. There's me waffling on. I shouldn't really have said all that.
No, it's great to hear. I'm going to have to wind up in a second, if that's okay.
Yes, that's fine. I know we've been chatting, haven't we?
I know we've been chatting.
One more last tip off you then.
One more last tip. Go on then. I've got one last tip for you, and that is, if you are trying to lose weight, and a lot of people do a low carb thing to lose weight, don't they? The problem with that is it's quite hard to get enough vitamin C. And that's when you see people, you end up with saggy skin. The reason behind it is because vitamin C is needed to make collagen. And if you cut it out when you're trying to lose weight, you will lose weight, because low carb eventually will, for most people, help you lose weight, but you end up with wrinkly, saggy skin, and it's not what you're going for. So my tip is, whatever diet you're using, make sure that you have vitamin C at the same time, so that your skin stays nice and healthy, and also the collagen in your body that keeps your joints stable as well.
But the thing about that is how much vitamin C, when to take it, what foods to eat it with. So it's okay saying take vitamin C, but taking vitamin C in different forms for different people. This is the thing again where it's personalisation.
Oh, totally. There's a whole chain reaction. Vitamin C starts up in your body. It's not a case of you just eat vitamin C and you get the collagen. You have to have about 5 different nutrients with it as well to make it work. So it's knowing.
Right. So it's not a question of going and buying a pot of vitamin C then. Anyway,
yeah.
I know that you've got to rush. We've done this twice because obviously it failed on Facebook. I'm going to put Suzanne's course in there. I love Suzanne's course so much that I've basically managed to work a deal with Suzanne for all of my clients like I did last time. Everyone got skincare solutions. This time round, you get a whole year free when you buy Suzanne's course to my membership. So we're going to put a link in there so you can find out about Suzanne's course, and you get entry to my membership masterclasses for a whole year. I'll put the link in. It's been lovely to talk to you. I know we've all got busy lives, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.